I know we shouldn't.
Got a skirt on.
I stayed at like an amusement place last night, and there's nothing on TV. They don't have any like streaming services or anything like that. So I'm just doing live TV, and every time I watch live TV, I get more and more surprised, just because of the shit that's on. Now I'm trying to find a damn movie, and I can't. And then the only thing I can find right before I'm going to bed is the only movie is literally The Notebook, which nobody wants to watch at all.
Nick Sparks.
And
Sparks will be flying if you put that movie on.
Yeah, and the only thing I can pull from the scene I watched,
Electric Chair.
And again, we won't get too deep in this because we'll run our mouths too much. But the idea, again, programming.
Yeah.
So I know
There's another one with programming in here too down the line, for the record.
So we get into a scene where what's the guy's name in real life?
Ryan
Gosling. So he's just fucked her, and he fucked her after she came back. She's already engaged to some other dude.
Oh.
Right? She comes back.
She comes back for a fuck?
Yeah, he painted the house just the way she always dreamed.
Oh, really?
He built the damn thing. He's been waiting for his whole life.
So he painted her insides after that?
So after that, she was tied to a fucking tree. And the ghost of Gosling.
He's jerking the cameraman up.
So she fucks him. She's got a fiance.
That's pretty.
So it was a hell of a weekend.
What a fantasy. That's so beautiful.
Fucked his brains out for a nice weekend. Then she says, I got to go back to my fiance because she gave me a ring and I got to
shower first.
She goes back to the guy, admits the whole damn thing, the fiance, and then the fiance says, I could kill the guy, I could beat him up, or either way I lose you.
Fuck him.
Either way I lose you, and honestly, I love you.
Oh, really? Is that enough?
And she loves him too, and she just...
But what about what she just did, Eric?
I'm just saying.
Does love conquer all?
Gosling knows she's engaged.
Yeah, he's like this when she leaves.
Pretty trustworthy girl that you want to keep for the rest of your life after she just fucks over her.
He's got a warm towel. He's cleaning himself off.
Here's the moral of the story, and this is the only thing I pull from it. You got a girl who fucks someone who's with someone. Then she goes back to the person she's with, tells him, I fucked someone else. He forgives her, and he's actually probably guilty that he's just not holding his end up of the bargain.
He should have been there fucking her instead.
Everybody still loves her for it, and she gets away scot-free.
You'll tell me no one hanged her from a tree?
What the fuck kind of programming is this?
Imagine that. And now we're talking about something that sold what? 150 million all around the world?
150 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the instruction and the mentorship that women get in this world. Great.
Yep.
That's really nice.
The men will love you no matter what you do. You can fuck your old boyfriend. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. If I can't have you, I don't have anything.
A day before we get married, she's like this.
You can't blame me. When I'm with him, I'm a different person. When I'm with you, I'm a different person.
Oh, really?
That's what she says.
Oh,
what? It's all forgiven.
What, is she a sex slave?
I mean, it's the dumbest program.
She's a different person?
It's the dumbest programming I've ever seen in my life, and it just sucks.
So, in other words, what you're saying is that the author of this book should be in a work camp, in a salt mine.
Either that, or the guy was paid $2 trillion because of how much of an impact this fucking movie's going to put on, I don't even know, probably 2 generations of women.
No, it's going to be a lasting curse for women. And if women had even half a brain, they would have straight up tarred and feathered this guy for corrupting the youth. What he is guilty of, Eric, okay, I'll be honest with you. What he is guilty of is corruption of the youth. And Jesus Christ himself said that corrupters of the youth, it would be better for them to have a rope tied around their neck and tied to a millstone cast into the sea or a lake or whatever the hell. You know, in other words, Eric.
It's the worst of the worst.
Executed. The corrupters of the youth are the biggest enemies of mankind.
It's treason on mankind.
It's whatever. There's a word for it. There's a bigger word for it, but it's a treason. Just like Robert Greene, I'm sure a lot of the stuff is very beneficial, but the way he pits people against each other with business, but I guess business is business. But I mean, I think he's guilty of a lot of corruption of youth. But this guy, the Notebook, and even her, the corruption, all these people, the reason why we talk about them in this way, because they are corrupters of youth, they honestly deserve. Well, no. I'll let Jesus fill in the.
If it's a fictional character, they deserve.
Yeah, they deserve the stake. And I'll also say it again. I'll also say it. I'm sure I've said it again. I'm not afraid to say it either. The Salem witch trials were justified, and the Inquisition or I don't not I'm not talking about what the
talking
what
about
history
the Spanish one.
or even the whatever,
Spanish
just the whole
Inquisition.
the Spanish Inquisition. Not exactly what the history books say, but I'm saying the rooting out of Satanism and with witchcraft, the rooting out of Satanism. I say the Inquisition and the witch burnings were not as bad as history says, because they tried. The Inquisition and the witch burnings, they tried. They tried. You know, thou shalt not suffer a sorcerer to live. Thou shalt not let a witch to live. A witch and a sorcerer are those that they actually do unseen damage and they bring down civilizations, and they're the culprits. They do it every time.
So where is it spun in history where they were tried for crimes that were ridiculous? We'll say, this is in quotes.
You're just going to get it in commies will write plays about the, Henry Miller or Arthur Miller, whatever. You'll get the commies to write the plays about the Salem trials, like the Crucible.
Yeah.
You get commies to write them.
I think a lot of it was a big land grab. I think they,
could be.
Every time they executed one, like all the politicians just took their land.
That I would never take that off the table, because you'd be stupid, because we see that in this day and age. Well, I'm sure we'll definitely get to that, because
Probably
it's really beautiful.
A good way to test it would be if there's ever any type of documentation where they owned huge lots of land, the ones that were.
That's interesting.
That's
an interesting conspiracy. I like that one.
Yeah.
It'd be like Patagonia. It'd be like the Ukraine.
Yeah, you'll find out every
Venezuela.
single one of these people had 600 acres or something. You'd be like, oh.
So actually, it wouldn't surprise me. But the rooting out of Satanism is actually the biggest deal that most people will laugh at, but it's actually the biggest deal. So they'll soften the history of it and say that, oh, they were just doing this. Oh, some girl was getting fucked by John Proctor. Oh, it was so good. She had to start making lies because she was jealous. He was painting some other woman's walls.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Erick, Nick Sparks, right?
Yeah.
Old Sparky.
Right.
He should get Old Sparky. He's guilty. Yeah. I'm saying he's straight up guilty of crimes against mankind.
It's just such a freaking typical thing written for women. And like before you'd say...
Tuesdays with Maury, too. That's another one that he wrote. Is that another? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just the idea that before you would say, oh, it's just a woman's movie. No, but that's the problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
It's literally directly written for women
Yeah.
and to program them.